What's going on, Cancer? Welcome or welcome back to the channel. Welcome to your collective Cancer reading. For those of y'all that are new here, Cancer readings are posted on Wednesdays. Elemental messages are dropped on Fridays. So if those are energies that you're wanting to keep up with or tap into, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss out. Okay, keep in mind that these are collective messages, so they may or may not resonate with each and every one of you. Also, keep in mind that these messages are not directed towards any specific area or aspect of your life. As the message is being delivered, feel free to pick up what resonates and apply it to whatever area or aspect of your life that you may deem necessary at this time, okay? We are about to tap into the collective Cancer energy, just seeing what it is that Spirit has for you, what Spirit wants you to know and or be aware of at this time, okay? As you are watching the reading, make sure you leave me a comment letting me know if it's resonating with you or if you can relate to it in any type of way, shape, form, or fashion. And with that being said, let us go ahead and start tapping into the energy, okay? All thanks and praise to the Most High. You know their hearts and you know their situations. Can you please give us the cards that we need to be able to deliver the message to Cancer? I ask that you provide me with the words to be able to articulate this message as best as possible, as well as clear anything standing in the way of their clarification, confirmation, transformation, and healing at this time. Ashe. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we got a few cards out. We're waiting for at least like one or two more. They probably just give us, oh, look, they gave us, okay. All right, Cancer, let's get into it. So underneath it all, as you can see, you do have the art card. Sorry for the bouncing, I just did some rearranging, but underneath it all, you do have the art card, which is pretty much saying it's time for you to like blend all the aspects of yourself or both aspects of yourself. Whether it's the light and the dark, right? Everybody has a shadow side. Everybody has an angelic side, right? Masculine and feminine side, or however you want to identify it. But those sides of you are meant to be brought together, and something beautiful is going to come from it. So when you're looking at life and you're paying attention to your heartaches, your trauma, you know, the pain, whether it's that you experienced or that you possibly have caused to somebody else, and based on who you are destined to be or desiring to be, right? That's what this energy shows. Pretty much an evolution of the Lover's card telling you to love yourself, flaws and all, or all parts of you, and bring them together and then make something or create something beautiful from it, right? Behind that, you got the Ten of Swords that shows up. It is in reverse, but we're just going to call it the Ten of Swords, right? That Ten of Swords is telling you to not really get so caught up in the thoughts of the past. You know, sometimes we experience things, we go through things, we do things, and we kind of hold on to them. And the more we hold on to them, the more that it affects our day-to-day life. You understand what I'm explaining? So we don't want to get super caught up in that energy, okay, Cancer? Because that is what pretty much puts you in a position to repel the very things that you are wanting to bring in. So you want to learn how to transmute the energy. You want to, you know, make those bad moments that you want to say, you know, the things you consider to be bad or unfortunate, you can definitely still look at them from the other side of the spectrum and pay more attention to how you can appreciate them or how they have added more value to your life, sort of kind of speak, okay? So that is what we have underneath it all. Let's get into the energies that we have on the table. If need be, we will pull more cards, or if the opportunity presents itself, we definitely will pull some more cards, okay? First up, you do have the Death card in reverse that shows up. So let's talk about this real quick, right? Remember we were talking about like things happening of the past and pretty much holding on to them. With that Death card in reverse, it's giving the energy of you being resistant to allowing the necessary transformations to take place, right? Everybody all the time is constantly shifting, constantly changing. Even if we're not necessarily recognizing it, you are not the same person that you were yesterday, let alone the person that you were a year ago, right? So you want to just embrace the transformations as they present themselves and stop pretty much, trying to, I guess, fight against it, right? Because like I said, there's some resistance to you actually allowing the transformation to take place. No matter what, as we're moving forward, we are always gaining new knowledge. We are always, learning lessons based on our experience. They say that life is your best teacher. So instead of holding on to the things of the past that you're not so proud of, in a sense, like I said, you can look into them from a different perspective and start recognizing more of how they added more value to your life, or how you can appreciate certain moments. I know that it may be complicated in a sense because you think about these situations the way that you have been, the way that you have been thus far. However, the Prince of Disc also shows up in reverse. So that is giving me the energy that it's like you're noticing the lessons, right? You're noticing the lessons, but I'm not getting the feeling that you're actually learning from the lessons. And if you are in a position where you keep on experiencing similar events, similar situations, whether it's, with your money, whether it's in your relationships, whether it is with your way of thinking, right? It's showing up in your practical reality. And you may be on something like, why this keep on repeating itself? Why I got to keep on going through this? And it's really like there's levels to it, right? So it's showing up in a way for you to be able to learn from it. However, nothing ever happens the exact same way twice. So going back into that Ten of Swords that we seen that was underneath it all, that's still an indicator of you pulling your past thoughts and you're allowing them to affect your present. And if you're allowing them to affect the present so much, then you can most definitely assume or bet that they're going to continue to affect you in the future. But it does not have to keep on going that way. You pick and choose, right? Based on how you learn to operate or how you learn to deal with these situations, okay? The Fool card shows up. And this is telling you like, okay, let's just take a leap of faith. Let's do something different, right? We've been traveling along this road for so long right now. Like, there's always options, right? There's always different opportunities, different, opportunities. That's the best word that I can use for it. For you to be able to take a different path, for you to choose, right? A different path moving forward. You don't have to continue to move the way that you've been moving. You don't have to continue to do things the way that you've been doing them just because this is how you become over time, right? Like, you've gradually become who you are today, whether you recognize it or not. So moving forward, you can decide to take the risk, right? Make the sacrifices or whatever it is in order for you to say, you know what? I'm tired of this type of experience. Let me turn to the left or let me go to the right, right? And you choose how you move forward. Of course, when we are initially making these type of changes, and they be major changes, when we do that, it seems to be like uncomfortable. It seems to be uncertain. And that's kind of why people shy away from doing it, because they don't know what to really expect. But if you really think about it, you don't ever know what to expect, because anything outside of this moment right here, right now is uncertain. For example, you may be thinking like, okay, when I get done watching this video that I'm going to go do said thing, like whatever this thing is. But then as you get off this video, your phone rings and now you're distracted from doing the thing that you said you were going to do. That was an uncertain situation, right? You didn't know that somebody was going to call you, or you don't know that somebody's going to call you and it's going to shift your direction, or shift the direction of where you said you were going, So just keep those type of things in mind. The Sun card also shows up, and this is the beauty of it all, opening yourself up to receiving everything that you deserve and desire, right? Or desire and deserve, however you want to put it. But you do have to position yourself to be open to receiving it. So how are you positioning yourself to be open to receiving the things that are best and or better for you, in a sense, if you're constantly reliving those moments of the past, right? Where your focus goes is where the energy grows. So if you're constantly feeding that energy of whatever the situation was in your past, it's going to keep on growing. Like, that's what you're going to keep on noticing as you move forward. So at some point, you're going to have to choose, right, to move different. You're going to have to choose to think different, or focus your attention towards something greater than what it has been thus far. Do you understand what I'm explaining? Because everybody wants to experience this new beginning. However, not too many people are willing to go through what it takes to actually experience it. So my question for you, I guess, will be like, how bad do you really want the new experience that you've been asking for, that you claim that you want, you know? Because there's no way that you can really lie to yourself. From a heart level, your heart like knows what it is that you want. And your manifestations really kind of like flow from your heart space. So even if you're not like always ready, it tends to show up, right? It tends to, like, events and situations, circumstances and stuff, they tend to come about so that you can make the decision to get closer to your dreams, right? And it's up to you, because we have free will. It's up to you on whether or not you decide to, start that new journey. Okay? So it, like, briefly, and this was pretty simple, right? This is what I have. I didn't tell y'all already. However, if you could relate to this, or if it resonates in any type of way, shape, or form, make sure you leave me a comment, okay? Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I definitely appreciate you for tapping in and watching the video thus far. So this is what I have for y'all, and I hope it helps. I hope it gave you some type of clarification, confirmation, helped you in some type of way, right? So with that being said, have an amazing day or evening, depending on when you are coming across this video, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.